What's up guys, Nolan here, and today I'll be going over ammunition and armor in Escape from Tarkov. I spend all of my free time making these videos as informative, clear, and short as I can, so if you liked it, please think about leaving a like, commenting, subscribing with the bell, or sharing the video with a friend. I would really appreciate it. Today I'm going to move through this topic starting with the assumption that you know nothing about how the ammunition or armor works in this game, and the goal is for you guys to click away knowing everything. The devs have said before that they want EFT to be the gun encyclopedia of first-person shooter games, so along with that world of weapons, there will be an underworld of ammunition to go along with them, and a heavenly world of armor to protect you from them. For each weapon, there is going to be a specific caliber. To see what that is, inspect the weapon, then look below the stat bars in the bottom left column. From there, you can find out what ammo you can purchase from the traders. A much easier way to do this, however, is as long as you are at least level 5, you can right-click the weapon and hit linked search. The available ammo types will pop up on the left, and you can search through from there. Now that you know what ammo you need to decide what subtype you want. There's a few major categories depending on the type of weapon. Shotguns essentially either have a variant of buckshot and slugs, while other weapons will have armor-piercing, hollow point, and subsonic ammo. Buckshot is a bunch of bullets being shot at the same time that spread over an area, which is why you see multiples on the ammo chart. We'll talk about this in a sec. While slugs are a single big bullet that acts a little more like a normal rifle. Armor-piercing is made to, of course, defeat armor at the cost of damage to the target. Hollow points are made to do as much damage as they possibly can at the cost of penetration. And subsonic rounds are made to be quieter than normal rounds, ideally used with a suppressed weapon. Any of these can also be a tracer, which leaves a visual indicator where your shots are going, on top of the fact that it makes night fighting look really fornicating cool. These stats don't exist in game, but you can get the precise info on the wiki, and BSG also publicly displays their own official charts. There's realistically only two numbers you care about here: your flesh damage and your penetration power. A player has 435 health, so the goal is to do 435 flesh damage to secure the kill. Depending on the type of armor they're wearing, you may need to go through that armor to do that damage, so that's why penetration is also important. Alternatively, doing 35 flesh damage to the head will kill as well, and every single round in the game does at least that much. If you continuously hit a limb, the extra damage beyond the limb's total health, or if you're shooting a limb that's already black, the damage will be distributed across the entire body, giving birth to the infamous leg meta. Since there's no leg armor in the game yet, it is open season year-round down there. These are the current intended systems, so if something different has happened to you in the past, it was either a bug or desync. The extra info here is armor damage, which of course is the damage that the round does to the durability of armor, with the average durability of armor being around 40 to 60. Accuracy, recoil, and bullet velocity are self-explanatory, but fragmentation chance is pretty cool, because if bullets fragment, they deal 50% bonus damage to whatever they hit. Lastly, the chart on the right gives you the chances that the round will pen the given armor class, which I will go over next. The easiest way to remember the chart though is by thinking of an armor class in groups of 10. So class 2 is 20, 3 is 30, 4 is 40, etc. If the bullet does a penetration value of at least the armor class number, it's practically guaranteed to pen. And if it is 10 or more lower, it is practically guaranteed not to pen. Any bullet that can do at least 80 flesh damage in one hit to the upper torso will also insta-kill the target, just like a headshot would with 35 flesh damage. Example of why something like the 7N1 Mosin and SVD round is so dangerous, because it will most likely one-shot targets with level 4 or lower armor with a chest shot. Alternatively, this showcases why highest pen isn't always good, because the SNB ammo, although can pen level 6 armor, will most likely not one-shot body shot a full health player unless the bullet fragments. Also remember that with shotguns, the stats you see are per pellet. So if you see the Magnum buckshot that has 44 flesh damage, that means if all 8 pellets hit, then it's actually 352 total damage. All in all, if you have a choice, I wouldn't use any ammo with less than 30 penetration, ideally something 40 plus, and make sure to aim for the head. I personally only bring the highest pen ammo I can find for the weapon that I'm using. Now that you know what ammo you need, and you know what the types of ammo do, it's time to buy some. The flea market will show you the NPC traders as well as the player economy, so what you see there is the entire market. Always make sure you are not getting ripped off by looking at the price in rubles and by having the lowest price filter to the top by clicking it to show the arrow pointing up. After clicking purchase, you can choose the amount you want or just hit Y to immediately buy it. Now let's talk about armor, which right off the bat I'll mention is getting some significant changes in a few months, so keep an eye out for those. You want to pay attention to its durability and its class. If the armor is at 0 durability, it's useless. However, you can repair it through the traders, which depending on the class gets very expensive. And if the total durability drops below 40, personally I sell it to Skier, and if Skier doesn't want it because it's too damaged, I don't bother repairing it, I just sell it to Fence. The higher the class, the better the armor, but it comes at a cost as most are very heavy, which slow you down. This kind of info is stuff that you can find in the inspection window. Something to keep in mind is the armor areas. Although it doesn't show on the model in some cases, cases, if the area is mentioned, it has full protection. Example being the arm pads on the Gen 4. Although it clearly doesn't go past the elbow, it still protects the full arm. They plan on changing this to be more precise in the future. I personally don't wear anything above level 4 until my player strength and endurance can handle the weight. Again, you can think of the class numbers as groups of 10, with class 4 being 40, class 5 being 50, and so on. You can see for yourself there's only a handful of ammo types that can straight up pen level 5 and up, but remember to watch out for the ankle biters going for the leg meta, and make sure to protect your head too. Helmets are different than body armor, as only an expensive few can give you legitimate late game protection. The only difference here is the ricochet chance. What you want is the armor class and ricochet chance to be high. In its current state, every bullet has the same chance to ricochet when hitting at the right angle of a helmet. Be sure to hit helmets as flat as possible, and if you're trying to survive a headshot, be sure to move and turn as much as possible.
Get stand back.
Alright, mag change.
Oh, upstairs. Got him.
Got him? Dude,
Yep.
The timing on that. A funny thing to do here, which is actually effective at times, is using your middle mouse button to move your head around. That, of course, is if you get hit in the helmet itself, which doesn't cover your face, and this is where face shields come in. Face shields do work the same. The only thing you really want to pay attention to is the class level. But the thing is that if you get a bad crack, there is no way to currently fix that. So if you get hit in the face shield and it creates a crack, just sell and replace it. And do not sell it on the flea market, guys. Don't be that guy. That is everything you need to know about ammo and armor at their current states in Escape from Tarkov. I'll have a list of my go-to ammo in the background here while I'm doing my outro, and it'll also be in the description. I hope you liked the video enough to hit the button, comment, sub with the bell, or share with a friend. I really appreciate the people that do. Otherwise, I still hope that you learned something, and I also hope you have a nice day. See you guys.